Hello, and welcome to the Lakefront News. I'm Anna Boone. Many OLLU students could be at risk regarding the Trump administration's recent decision with the DACA policy. Lakefront reporter Monty Chavez is going to tell you more.
I'm here at the mall area where members of the Our Lady of the Lake community continue to react to the Trump administration's last week to renounce DACA, or the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, including a letter sent out by President Diane Melby to the entire campus community. OLLU President Diane Melby called for members of the OLLU community to support our brothers and sisters that could be affected by this decision. We asked students about their reaction to the Trump administration's decision, and they said,
"Yeah, I have a bunch of friends who were here early on, who were brought to the U.S. when they were little, and I'd hate to think that they'd have to go back just because of this. They actually make really good lives here. They made lots of friends. They have family here."
Yeah, I know multiple people back home. I don't know about here personally, but back in my high school, a lot of the students were part of it, and so I don't know. It was like kind of a rude awakening, and it's just really hard to see them going through that.
According to the press release by Attorney General Jeff Sessions, aired on C-SPAN last week, Congress will have up to 6 months to create legislation regarding this executive order created by President Obama in 2012. Until then, Dreamers are waiting for any changes or consequences that could potentially affect them. Reporting at the mall area, I'm Brother Monty with Lakefront News.
Thank you, Monty. Spirit Day t-shirts are now on sale. Lakefront reporter Denise Coronel has more.
The Our Lady of the Lake Ministry has begun selling its annual Spirit Day t-shirts. T-shirts can be purchased here on campus at Elliott House for $10. They are taking cash only. Sizes run from small through XXL. This year's Spirit Day theme is fearlessness.
Spirit Day is a celebration of the Spirit here on campus.
OLLU Ministry invites you to join them on Spirit Day for Mass and their festival on September 22nd at 11 a.m. in the Sacred Heart Chapel. I am Denise Coronel with your Lakefront News.
The C-Store recently received a stylish new makeover, and fans of the old store will be happy to hear that the new store will be called The Market, which offers a greater variety of essentials at the same convenient location. Lakefront reporter Stephanie Garza has more.
Here in front of the market, formerly known as the C-Store, where I asked students about the new changes. With a modern renovation and a new name, the market is open for business. The market is located in the Flores Lounge near the residence halls and is open every day from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you're in a hurry, stop by and get some food, drinks, or medicine, among other essentials.
Actually, honestly, I'm really glad that there's a lot more variety, a lot more to choose from.
And the variety is indeed one of the most talked about features of the market. From groceries to health and beauty items, shoppers are likely to find what they're looking for here. Reporting for the Lakefront, I'm Stephanie Garza.
Thanks, Steph. Stay tuned for more Lakefront news coming up.
Hi, I'm Marina Flores, and here's a look at your forecast.
Welcome back to the Lakefront News. I'm Anna Boone. What do you do in the case of an active shooter situation? OLLU police are holding an active shooter training session to provide information on dealing with these situations. Lakefront reporter Stephanie Garza has more.
That's right. Unfortunately, active shooter incidents have occurred at college campuses across the U.S. And because of this, some universities offer active shooter training. And here at Our Lady of the Lake, trainings are not only offered to students, but also faculty and staff. Saturday, September 16th from noon to 1 p.m., OLLU will be hosting an active shooter training session at the Providence Hall Blue Room for all students, faculty, and staff to attend. You don't have to register or RSVP, and you don't have to bring anything. The reason for the active shooter training is that it is required through the Clery Act.
We're concerned about the safety of the students here. We want everybody to be able to defend themselves and to know what to do in the event of an active shooter. The better prepared our community is here, the less casualties we'll have.
If you miss Saturday's training, the next 3 sessions will be held in the library community room. Monday, September 18th from noon to 1 p.m., Wednesday, September 20th from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m., and Friday, September 22nd from noon to 1 p.m. Reporting from the Providence Hall Blue Room, I'm Stephanie Garza for Lakefront News.
Need a paper proofread or help with an upcoming assignment? Our Lakefront reporter, Monty Chavez, is going to tell you more about academic help that is here on campus.
There are some resources available to OLLU students that you might not be taking advantage of. Smart thinking doesn't just happen in your brain. It's the name of an online student service through OLLU Student Portal. Dr. Kristen Kumara, head of the Academic Center for Excellence, says this online tutoring and writing service is available to students 24/7. It's included in tuition, but would otherwise cost more than $60 an hour. It can also help students who might have late jobs or not have time to visit the tutoring center on campus.
I'm working 13 hours and then I'm coming back, and if I need some help with the homework and things, I can go there anytime, just not being like, okay, they close at this time or not worrying about anything, just go there and get help. That'll be good help and resource for me.
Some of the resources available online include upper division science and math, and is available on the student portal. Scroll to the bottom, click Smart Thinking, and go from there. Reporting at the Academic Center for Excellence, I'm Brother Monty with Lakefront News.
Our Lady of the Lake students who want to learn more about the history of OLLU don't have to leave campus to find out any information. Lakefront reporter Denise Coronel has more.
That's right. I'm here on campus in front of the convent, and inside is the Heritage Center where anyone can come and learn about the history of OLLU and its religious background. The Heritage Center is similar to an on-campus museum. Artifacts in the Heritage Room date back to the 1730s. The purpose of this room is to acknowledge the journey of the Sisters of Divine Providence as well as Our Lady of the Lake University. This Heritage Center is open to students and their families with free admission.
Like I said, it's not open all the time unless people are here. And then I just go ahead and come down and take them through.
Anyone is welcome to make an appointment to view the Heritage Center. Appointments can be made with Sister Gleitz through phone call at 210-587-4387. I'm Denise Coronel with your Lakefront News.
We are 4 weeks into the fall semester, so we asked students around campus what are some tips and tricks on how to deal with stress. Lakefront reporter Alex Escobar has more on what they had to say.
With midterms right around the corner, students are starting to stress out from due dates, tests, and research papers. We have some tips from OLLU students on how to beat those mid-semester blues.
First off, remember to breathe.
Take time out of your schedule to do something that you really love, because if you do something that you really love, then the stress just melts away.
If you're feeling too overwhelmed, talk to a friend, watch a funny YouTube video, take 10 minutes to yourself, get yourself back together, and then start to power through it.
Most of all, just enjoy your time, because you're not going to get it back. So don't spend all your time stressing over school. Just have fun.
Reporting outside of Main Building, I am Alex Escobar with your Lakefront News.
Thank you, Alex. Stay tuned for more news coming up.
Hello, and welcome to We Asked
and OLLU Answered.
My name is Chloe Brown.
And I'm Bianca Garcia, and this past week we asked a question via Facebook and OLLU Answered. Like us at The Lakefront.
The question this week was, what is your favorite thing to do around San Antonio? Oswald John Navarra said, riding my bike.
I have to agree with him. However, I hope he's not talking about the bikes that you can rent downtown, because those are uncomfortable.
You know, my bike is sadly still in Las Vegas, so I really don't do much bike riding.
Oh, Amber Chavez commented, the Japanese tea garden.
You know, that place is perfect for selfies. I think that if you want to get 100 likes, that's the way to go.
You are so right. I actually volunteered to take some pictures for a friend's wedding, and it was absolutely beautiful.
Ida Hernandez tweeted, finding hidden gems.
Now, Ida, I agree with you. I like to personally go to the different thrift stores around town. That's where the real hidden gems are.
I agree. I always go to my friends, go, how much did this cost? And it's always near $5 or somewhere around there. So what's your favorite thing to do around town?
Besides thrift shopping, I do have to go with going around to the different libraries here in San Antonio. They are extremely beautiful and there's so many.
You know what I like to do? I like to find all those little restaurants that even locals don't know about. It's my favorite thing to do, and I get to eat. All right, my name is Chloe Brown.
And I'm Bianca Garcia.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook and check out to see what our question is. And maybe you could be up here too. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Hi, welcome to the entertainment segment of the Newscast. I've got some spooky new movies and games to talk about, so let's just jump right in. I'm personally not a fan of horror, but I think there's a new movie coming out that's truly terrifying and has gained a lot of traction for being a sequel of a beloved franchise. Personally, it's probably too scary for most people, but I still think that most parents will make the mistake of bringing their kids to it. Introducing Despicable Me 3. Yeah, you thought you knew where I was going with that, but you didn't. Despicable Me 3 is a continuation of Illumination's Minion-centric animated film series, and to its credit, I don't think this movie is completely awful. I said that about Kung Fu Panda 3 when it came out, and I'll say it again here. If you liked the first two, this movie is for you. If you left Despicable Me 2 wanting to chuck one of those oversized tic-tac-shaped slapstick generator minions against a wall, then you can pass on this one. It really comes down to you. I'm pretty sure you already know whether or not you personally want to see this movie already. You can see Despicable Me 3, or not, in theaters today. Okay, enough joking around. Let's talk about it. Like, It, the movie. Anyways, It is a psychological horror movie based on the Stephen King novel. Now, I had heard of the It series that originally aired as a TV epic back in 1990, however, I had never actually seen it. So when they announced a reboot, I was interested, but kind of lost as to whether or not I needed to have seen the original to get the full enjoyment out of this film. Fortunately, It seems to stand up on its own. However, if you want to catch up on the original It but don't feel like putting in the time investment in, there's a show I found on YouTube called Kill Count, hosted by the channel Dead Meat. They go through horror films and tally up the deaths, all while talking about the characters and how they progress in a snappy and generally pretty amusing way. They've covered pretty much any slasher movie you can think of, and they even did a 2-part episode on the original It series, so it's a fast way to get you caught up in time to see the film. You can float on down to see It in theaters today. Following with the horror theme, I've got a doozy for you. Never have I played a game as dark and as sinister as this one. Introducing Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon is a turn-based survival horror dungeon crawler in which you, well, crawl through dungeons trying to survive the horror. Man, I love video game genres. In this game, you control up to 4 heroes as they delve deep into randomly generated catacombs where they scour for treasure, avoid traps, and search for untold power. However, not all is well. Actually, almost nothing is well. This game is brutal. Monsters don't die easy, and there's tons of things that can go wrong. The situations that your heroes get into will not tax just their health bars, but their mental health as well. Your characters can develop quirks and afflictions. Quirks are either positive or negative effects that heroes get randomly, and depending on how stressed out they are from the gothic horrors of the deep, determines which side of the scale they'll tip. Most of these affect stats in battles and exploration, like the positive quirk Natural Eye, which increases accuracy for ranged attacks, or my favorite negative quirk, Stress Eater, which if they're too stressed out, they'll just eat all your rations that you brought down to keep everyone from starving. Anyways, some quirks even mess with them outside of battle in your hometown that functions as your base. This hometown serves as your hub, letting you hire new heroes, heal up ones you've already got, or buy equipment that helps you out down below. I should also mention at this point that everything you do is permanent. There is no resets, no save points, nothing. If one of your heroes dies, they're gone. This game is not for the casual audience. If you like difficult and dark roguelike games like Binding of Isaac, then this game is for you. Recently, this game got a release on the iOS store for iPads, which this game works perfect on. I'm still crossing my fingers for a Nintendo Switch release, though. You can get Darkest Dungeon on PC, iOS, PlayStation 4, and PS Vita today. Well, that's it for this week's Lakefront Entertainment. If I missed something, you know what to do. Head on over to our social media and let us know what we should talk about next. Also, be sure to check out the Lakefront Entertainment for the rest of your entertainment needs. I'm JC Wolfslogger, and I'll see you next time.